Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'll be doing something a little different, as I say in all my videos. Today I'll be doing something called the K-pop album tag, I guess, of 2018. Basically what this tag is just a list of like my favorite things, K-pop related, that happened in 2018. So yeah, I actually got this idea from KT Taeki. She did this video recently. So yeah, that's my main inspiration. I'll link her video down below. And also the channel of which the video tag started from, I'll also link that one below. So you guys should go definitely check it out. I just wanted to say, just a side note, these are all my own personal opinions. You know, like, sorry if I don't mention your favorite group or like your favorite album or whatever, because, you know, we all have our own preferences. You know, I have my own preference, you have your own preference of what groups and albums you like. So yeah, these are just my personal opinions. You know, we all respect each other's opinions in this house. Like, I respect your opinion. So yeah, like, please don't be triggered or like don't take anything like super seriously. I'm not hating on anything, or like if I didn't mention a group you liked, like it's not like I hate them or anything. Like, you know, these are just my personal favorites for this year. So yeah, I just wanted to include that, you know, just in case people go a little crazy. Yes, I know more groups than these, and yes, like I've heard different songs as well. So yeah, on with the video. So first off is my favorite full album, and for that I chose NCT 2018's Empathy. Now this album is seriously like one of my favorite albums of all time, like right now. Like I just think all the songs are so good. Like I love pretty much every single song that's on it, especially the title tracks. Like I just think it's so cool how they like came together and like they did like their own title tracks, and then they did one giant song with all 18 members, and all the songs are just so good, and I love every single one of these songs that's in this album. My favorites I would have to say is Touch and Boss, and also Go, but I mean that's pretty much all the title tracks. But yeah, this album is so good, and I freaking just love everything about it. And this is kind of what also got me into NCT a little more, because these songs are really good. So yeah, that's why I chose Empathy. This was really hard to choose, by the way, but considering the fact that I love like a lot about this album, I decided to choose Empathy. So next up is my favorite mini album, and for my favorite mini album, I chose Twice's Summer Nights. Well, technically this is their special repackage album, but I decided to just choose this and consider it a mini album. So yeah, don't hate me, but yeah, I chose this because I was about to choose What Is Love, but I remembered that Summer Nights is basically What Is Love. They just added like 2 songs to it. So that's why I chose Summer Nights, because I really do like Dance the Night Away. It's like one of my faves from Twice. And I love all the title tracks on this song. My favorites would have to be Ho and Stuck. They're like my favorite side tracks from Twice in general. So yeah, that's why I decided to choose this. If you don't consider this a mini album, I'll just say What Is Love then, but yeah, that's why I chose Summer Nights. Twice is like one of my fave groups, and I just like love all their songs in general. So yeah, I went with Summer Nights. Next up is my favorite Repackage album. This wasn't really a like part of the tag, but I just decided to add it so I can say more things. So for Repackage, I have to go with Love Yourself, Answer. This is like also another one of my favorite albums of all time. I just love all these songs. And I know people might be like, wow, you're like a little basic or whatever, because like, you know, a lot of newsstands are only familiar with the B tracks on the Love Yourself series. But to be honest, like it's just what it is for me. Like, it seriously is one of my favorites. I know a lot of people like Wings also, and I do like Wings, but this is 2018, so yeah. So I had to go with Love Yourself, Answer. Like, just the packaging itself is so beautiful, like the holographic and stuff like that, and all the concepts that they did. But also like just the combination of her and Tear, and also the additional songs for Answer, like all of them together is just seriously so good. And even though Idol isn't like my favorite title track from BTS, I know I might be bad for saying that, but it's just my opinion. It's not my favorite of all time title track from from BTS. It definitely is one of my favorite albums. The B tracks are really good, so I definitely recommend this album, you know, if you haven't listened to it already. My favorites will have to be I'm Fine and Magic Shop, but I also do love like a bunch of the other songs and, you know, all of their solo songs. So yeah, I had to go with Love Yourself Answer. Next up is my favorite album packaging, like the physical album packaging. And for this category, I had to choose two because I couldn't really decide. So one of them is Twice's The Year of Yes. And if you guys saw my unboxing video, you guys can like see by my comments and stuff why I love this packaging. I know this is like a little basic for Twice's, like it's their not basic, like standard packaging. It's like a book, because a lot of JYP album packagings, they've all been the same. They've just been like books and stuff, but they kind of changed it up a bit for this. I mean, first of all, it's like beautiful, by the way. Like I love this, like the cover and like the gold detail and stuff. It looks so beautiful. But like when you open it, this is what kind of shocked me. Like this is what I like, you know, like it's just like really neat and like, you know, everything has a place, you know, like the DVD, it's not in one of those like slip thingies that I freaking hate, the paper slips or like stuck in between like two holders. I like this type of CD holder. It's like, I don't know, it's just like good. I guess the CD's missing because it's in my photo card binder because I put my random CD plates in there too. But yeah, the CD like fits perfectly well here. It doesn't get damaged and stuff. And also I love how they put the special photo card envelope here too. Like it has its own section and yeah, it just makes it super fancy and that's what I really like. And also, you know, the photo book is here, even though it is attached, you know, sometimes I don't like attached photo books because sometimes they can like come off the actual album, but this one's secured well. And I like how it's just like opened like this, and then on the right side it has these two things, and it's just like a hardcover, which is what makes it like better quality and more sturdy. So that's why I had to go with The Year of Yes. For my second favorite album packaging, I have to go back to NCT's Empathy. Like this, if you guys didn't know, my favorite type of album packaging in general are boxes. Like I think it's because like since everything's just like secured in here, like nothing's like flying out or anything, like everything's just secured in here, and it's like, I don't know, it's just like fancier to me when it's in the box instead of like a book, which is like what most standard things are, or like in a sleeve or something. I just like box packagings in general, but this one isn't like too big or anything. It's like pretty like, it's like a pretty good size, and when you open it, you know, the photo book is detached, you know, so you can just like take out the photo book and just like, I don't know, go through it. And also look at this, like look at how thick this photo book is. Seriously, one of my favorite photo shoots from NCT. But like I just like this simple box packaging, and then at the bottom like it's upside down. But the CD is just like, again, it's in this like little placeholder thing, and you know, everything's just like secure in this box, so that's why I had to choose Empathy again. Next is the only negative category in this tag, my least favorite album packaging. And it's kind of obvious, but I have to go with NCT again for regular irregular. I just have the irregular version here with me. But if you guys saw my first ever unboxing, it was actually of this album. I hate this thing so much, the sticker thing. I just think that anything just like held with a sticker is just kind of like, I don't know, like common sense wise is kind of dumb, because you know, people are going to be opening and closing their albums, or even for just opening it for the first time. Like the sticker's going to lose its stickiness. So like, and it's just like a struggle. Like as you guys can see, I left the white marks when I first unboxed this. Like it's so annoying. And then when you like take it out of the packaging and stuff, you know, things are just like messy, and you have this giant plastic thing, and the plastic thing it came in, like obviously I threw that away, but the first thing it came in was in like a giant plastic bag, and I did not like that. Like I feel like that's such a waste of plastic. Like I feel like just putting this plastic seal around it is just fine, but they had to put it in some sort of thick plastic bag, which I was not a fan of. So yeah, this is like one of my least favorite packagings. I'm sorry, NCT, but I mean, It's not NCT's fault, obviously, but SM, please never do the sticker thing because it annoys me. Okay, I'm just gonna include this really quickly. This isn't 2017, I know, but I got this album this year, and this is like my least favorite packaging of all time. Like, not even just 2018. Again, it's like enclosed with stickers. Like, it's just gonna lose its stickiness eventually, so it's not even gonna stay closed. And the fact that you know, it's in like a brown plastic, I mean, not plastic, paper bag. You know, it could get damaged easily, especially when if you like order it like online and it's shipped to you. It could get damaged so easily. It could get bent or like whatever. And also the versions look all the same. You can't really tell except for the sticker, which you have to like take off and like re-stick if you want to know. It doesn't stick properly, so yeah. This isn't a 2018 release, but I have to mention it because, I don't know, this packaging just annoys me. I hope SM stops with this. Next up is my favorite rookie album, and for that, I have to go with Stray Kids. Honestly, Stray Kids is one of my favorite groups right now. Like, I stan them, but they're also one of my favorite rookie groups in general. I think they're just so talented. I can't believe I like underestimated them. Like, I knew about Stray Kids when they debuted because obviously, you know, they're a JYP group, and you know, I had to check out every single like big three group because it's like a big deal or whatever. And they haven't had a new boy group since GOT7, so obviously there's that. But when they released Elevator, it wasn't like my style of music. Like, the concept that they did before, it just wasn't my style, I guess. So that's why I wasn't really into Stray Kids. Like, for I Am Not as well, for District 9, it wasn't my style of music. And I didn't really notice them until I Am You, which is really sad because that's their most recent release. But yeah, I chose I Am Who because My Pace is one of my favorite songs right now, and also my favorite title track from Stray Kids. I had to choose between I Am You and My Pace, but I had to go with My Pace. I love the choreography, I love the music video, I love the song in general. Like, it's just such a good song, and I highly recommend Stray Kids. I know they're like kind of popular, I guess, because of JYP, but like, honestly, a lot of people should listen to them because not even just their voices and their rapping, but they are such good dancers. Like, if you watch their dance practices, they are such good dancers. Like, one of like the best dance groups I know. So yeah, highly recommend Stray Kids. And also the beat tracks on this, I listened to it the other day. Oh my god, they are actually really good. So that's why I chose I Am Who, because I like the beat tracks on this album than I Am You better. Just my personal preference. So yeah. But anyways, favorite rookie album, Stray Kids. Next is the most anticipated album, and I have to go with EXO's Don't Mess Up My Tempo. Just like anything in general for EXO, I was just really anticipating. Like, even though I started to stan them this year, like, I know they haven't had a comeback since a while. I actually was kind of an EXO fan. I kind of liked Coco Bop when it came out last year, and Power too, but you know, when I started to really stan them, I was like, they haven't had a song in a while. So like, when are they gonna release it? Like, I was literally just like talking about it with my friend. I was like, when are they gonna make a comeback? And literally the next day, that's when they released their first like photo for Tempo, which was this thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, EXO's finally having a comeback. My first comeback with them ever. So yeah, I was really anticipating this. I know technically they had their winter album comeback, but like, as like a normal comeback, it's been like a year. So I've been really waiting for this. I'm kind of sad that Lay wasn't super involved with this because, you know, all that China Hallyu band stuff. But I was really anticipating this album, and it's really good. Like, Tempo is like one of my favorite songs from EXO, so highly recommend this. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know it, but if you don't, highly recommend this. And I chose to show the Vivace version because it's my favorite version. So yeah. Next up, I have my favorite non-Korean albums, so like Japanese or Chinese or whatever. And I decided to go with NCT's Chain. I brought my Johnny cover out because he is my bias. But Chain, oh my gosh, such a good song. I listen to it to this day still, even though it came out like, I guess like 8 months ago. This is such a good song, and oh my gosh, this is like one of my favorite music videos from NCT of all time. Their visuals, holy crap, the visuals in this music video, they all look so good. Like, I seriously can't stop watching this music video. Chain is like one of my favorites, and that's why I bought it. Like, I don't even collect Japanese albums or like Chinese albums. I only collect Korean albums, but I had to get Chain because it's such a good album. I freaking love Chain. So highly recommend this song. And next up, I have my favorite Subunit album. And for that, I decided to go with EXO CBX's Blooming Days. I know there's not like a lot of subunits in K-pop right now, which is why this is kind of like an easy option to choose. But I mean, in like technical terms, like, you know, NCT Dream, NCT U, whatever, blah, blah, they're like subunits of NCT. But I won't really count that, like, I don't know, I guess they're technically subunits, but I just decided to not include like NCT Dream and stuff like that as subunits. So that's why I chose CBX. This song, this kind of released earlier in the year, but I did know about this album, but I just didn't really listen to it because I wasn't really like a fan of EXO at the time. But now that I'm a fan of EXO, I have to go back to listen to EXO CBX, and this song is seriously so good. I did listen to like the chorus before, like Can I Be Your Boyfriend and stuff. But yeah, I love this album, and I freaking love the packaging too. Like, look at how beautiful this is. This is the Days version. So pretty. So yeah, that's why I went with Blooming Days. Okay, next up, I have my favorite solo album, but I don't collect any soloists except for Jennie. But I didn't choose Jennie. And also, it's not really an album, it's just like a single, which is why I didn't include it. But I'll try to put like a picture or something because I don't collect her albums. But I chose Sunmi's Warning. Like, also there aren't like too many soloists out there, but I decided to go with Sunmi's Warning because I do like Siren. It's one of my favorite, I think it's my favorite song from Sunmi. And also like, I love the album in general. I love Addict. I love the packaging. I saw an unboxing of Warning and it was like really beautiful. And I just think Sunmi is really pretty too. So that's why I decided to go with Sunmi. I love the album. I love the songs. And yeah, it sucks that I don't collect her albums, but I'm not like a Sunmi stan. I don't really stan a lot of soloists. So that's why I don't have it with me. So yeah, also just wanted to include IU. Like, she released BB this year. And I know it's sad. This is her only release this year. And it's not even a physical release either, which is sad. But I really do like that song. And she's a soloist, so yeah. Who doesn't love IU, honestly? Like, everyone loves IU. And BB was like such a good comeback too. Like, it did really well on the charts. So yeah. Okay, next up, this is a category I decided to like include myself. So this category is groups I began to stan in 2018, and also what made me stan them, like what era or what album like made me decide to stan them. Because obviously, you know, I like a lot of groups and I like a lot of like their songs and stuff, and I listen to it. But, you know, like, for most of the time, I don't just, like, start immediately collecting their albums because, you know, money issues. So, yeah, obviously, I need to, like, really, like the group, you know, like, know their names and just, like, you know, like, stalk them on social media or something and, like, really, like, indulge into that group in order for me to, like, start collecting their albums and, like, standing them and stuff. And this year, 2018, I started standing, like, pretty much all the groups that I showed in my collection video. Like, the only groups I guess aren't included is Twice and Blackpink. But yeah, pretty much all the groups I started to stan this year. So that's why I made this group. I mean, not group, made this category. So yeah. So first artist I started to like super stan this year is BTS. Now there's a difference between like standing a group and just like being a fan. Like, I was a fan of BTS before, like just like their music and stuff, and I liked a couple of songs from them. Like, you know, I knew who BTS was. I guess that's the grammatical correction. What am I saying? But yeah, like, I liked their songs and stuff. Like, I knew Save Me and I knew like Spring Day and Blood Sweat Tears, but I wasn't like a stan of BTS. I wasn't really a stan of like boy groups actually. But you know, their population rose, and then obviously, you know, that just meant like BTS was kind of like more pushed on. And I wasn't saying like, I'm not saying I was forced into liking BTS. Obviously, you know, I decide whether or not to stan a group. But yeah, I guess with all like their attention, like internationally, like that's what made me kind of into them more. Like, since, you know, I've been seeing them more frequently, like they've just been like more stuck into my head, and I was like, okay, I actually like this group now. Like, I officially want to stan. So yeah, I included Tier in this because that's when I started to stan them and collect their albums. I would say Her, but you know, that's not this year including. I actually collected Tier first, and this was such a hard album to get because I wanted to get this at Target, but they would always sell out. I checked 3 different Targets within the span of 3 days, and none of them had it until I finally got it. So this is what made me stan them. Like, I just love the songs on this. And obviously I know I said I liked Answer because it's like a repackage, a combination. But Tears when I really started to stan them. So yeah. Next group I started to stan this year was GOT7. Now, again, I knew about GOT7. They've been a group for like a long time. And obviously I knew about GOT7 for like a few years, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they have been a group for a few years, so I guess I can say that. But I've known about them, but I haven't really liked GOT7. Like, when I've heard of their songs and stuff, yeah, but I don't know. I wasn't like a fan of them. I was like, oh, I don't really like GOT7, you know? I don't really like them as a group. I mean, like, I don't really like stan them or anything, so I was just like not really paying attention to GOT7. Like, I knew they existed, and I knew like some members like Bam Bam and Jackson, since their names are like thrown around a lot. But I just didn't really pay attention to GOT7. But then when Present You came out, I was like, okay. So yeah, Lullaby was like the comeback where I was like, okay, I like GOT7 now. Like, this song actually caught my attention. I guess it's like, since it's like a little bit different from their concepts before, like, I know they started out as like a bad boy group with like girls, girls, girls and stuff. That's the kind of style that's not really like my type. But yeah, I freaking loved this comeback. And it kind of sucked because I started liking GOT7 and Lullaby like 3 weeks after it was released. So like their promotions were pretty much over at that point. But yeah, that's when I started to stan GOT7. And then I went back to their old songs, obviously. And I was like, how did I like not like GOT7? And like, I freaking love the members too, especially JB and Jinyoung, since they are my biases. But yeah, this album is what made me stan them. And now I'm GOT7 trash. I love them, so yeah. Next group I started to stan this year was NCT, like in general. And the song that like made me like super stan them was actually NCT Dreams We Go Up. I knew about NCT since last year, 2017. Like, I knew about Cherry Bomb first, and then I knew about Fire Truck, and I actually did like Fire Truck because I liked the choreography, and also the song was pretty catchy too. I still do like those 2 songs. I wasn't like a stan of them. I just like liked the songs a bit. I was just like, okay. But what kind of like scared me from standing them was the amount of members they had. Like, I was like, how am I supposed to stand NCT? There's like 18 members. Like, what? That's crazy. Because, you know, I'm like bad with names and stuff. But this year, I like NCT just did like a bunch of things that were just right, and that's what made me stan them. I was like, okay, I love this group now. Obviously, I know all of their names, all 18 of them, and actually all 21 of them, because I learned the 3 new members for Wavy. So yeah, don't mean to flex, but I mean, I know their names or whatever. I'm just kidding, everyone knows their names. But after this song came out, I started to listen to it. And I was like, okay, I do like this song. And then I really started to get into the song. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like one of my favorite songs ever. I still listen to it to this day. I listened to it like 2 hours ago when I was walking home from school. But yeah, this is such a good song by Dream. I don't have like a favorite subunit really, but this is what made me get into NCT. And then I was like, okay, like I guess I like the other like groups too. Like, I liked 127 and then like NCTU obviously. And also, you know what? I'm bringing back Empathy because Empathy also played a role in me standing NCT. Obviously, these songs are really good. So this kind of contributed to me liking NCT, but this is what like initiated my standing mode. So yeah, that's why I like NCT, and I love NCT now, and I probably won't stop standing them. And also, I'm sad about Mark leaving Dream or graduating, whatever. Don't talk to me. Next up is EXO, and I know I'm like going like a really long time talking about this category, but gotta let my emotions out and feelings and inner thoughts out, okay? So, okay, I know you guys are gonna be like, this isn't a 2018 release, but I started standing EXO in 2018, which is why I included this. And Coco Bop was actually the first song that I like started to like from EXO. EXO has been a group for like a really long time now. Like they debuted such a long time ago. I mean, 6 years ago, that is a pretty long time ago. But yeah, I didn't really just like, again, it was like same with GOT7. Like I knew some of their songs and stuff, like, but I wasn't like really a fan of them. Like obviously I knew Call Me Baby and Growl. Those songs like exploded everywhere. But this song, okay, actually, I literally remember when this song came out last year. I was in summer school because I was doing my art credit for summer school, and that was when this song came out. And then I was listening to it, and I was like, actually my old friend was showing it to me, and then I was like, I don't really like this song. Like I feel like that was a lot of people's reactions to Coco Pop at first. Like they didn't really like it. They're like, what the heck? Why is this so confusing and stuff? I feel like it really is like that for SM songs recently. Like the first listen is just like, what? Like this is kind of confusing. But like the more you listen to it, it's just like, okay, this song is like a heck of a bop. What the heck? And that was me with Coco Bop. Like at first I was like, really? Like what's Coco Bop? What does that even mean? Like what's this like random like beats and like it's so loud. I don't like this song. But I listened to it more and more and I really do like this song. And this is kind of what made me like get into EXO. Like it wasn't Power or Universe, it was actually Coco Bop. So that was when I like first started to pay attention to EXO more. And yeah, this year I started to like completely stand them, and Tempo did not disappoint. Like that really did contribute to my standing to EXO. So yeah, that's why I included this. Next up is Stray Kids, and for Stray Kids, you guys already know. If you guys watch my unboxing of IMU, you guys know how I got into Stray Kids, but basically like I knew about Stray Kids before, like I said, but like I wasn't really a fan of their music. But one day I saw this in my recommendation. I saw Get Cool, their M Countdown comeback stage, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll just like see, because you know, I knew that Stray Kids released a Get Cool music video because I'm subscribed to JYP. Like I saw it, but I didn't watch it because I wasn't a fan of them at the time. And I know this is like pretty recently. This is like 2 months ago actually. So yeah, but I decided to watch their comeback stage and I instantly fell in love with Get Cool. Like it wasn't even IMU, it was the B track. And I was like, wait, this song is so cute. These boys are so adorable. Like who are they? I need to know. And that's basically why I decided to get IMU, and that's why I started to stand them. So yeah, that's why I started liking Stray Kids. Pretty recent, I know. Like this is literally like 2 months ago, but you know what? I know Stray Kids, I like them now, and that's what matters. Okay, next up, I'll try to go through these really quickly. This video is actually really long now. So yeah, next group I started to stand was Pentagon, and you know, I actually didn't know about Pentagon at all. Like I know they debuted I think like 2 years ago, but I didn't really know about them. I actually didn't know Pentagon existed until this song came out. And you know, Shine is kind of like their kick booster to like the K-pop mainstream world. You know, this is what really like kind of brought them to the charts. Like I guess this kind of took a while. Like it took like a month after its release for it to become popular. But you know, I like this caught my eye and I was like, oh, what's this? Pentagon Shine? Like it has a lot of views. Let's see it. And I fell in love with this song. This song is seriously so good. So that's why I started liking Pentagon. And then yeah, I started liking them and I started listening to their older songs. And honestly, Pentagon is also another really underrated group in my opinion. Like, you know, obviously they kind of have attention because of Shine and also like the whole, you know, Ejon, Hyuna, whatever thing. I don't want to talk about that, but yeah, but honestly, like these boys are so musically talented. Like their older songs are actually really good. And even though they did also release Naughty Boy this year, like this song is like kind of what made me get into Pentagon and stand them basically. So yeah. Okay, I'm at the last artist. I know this is a long video, but I needed to just explain it, you know, because I'm extra like that. But last group is 17, and this is what kind of made me into them. I know I said before that it was Don't Wanna Cry, But like, that's what made me kind of like 17. Like, I knew about their other songs like Manse and then like Paksu and stuff. But, and also Don't Wanna Cry, that also kind of contributed to me liking 17. But this comeback is what made me like seriously really stand 17. Like, I saw this song performed at KCON this year, and I mean, well, last year now, but oh my god, it made me so happy. I freaking love this comeback. Oh My, it was like one of the best comebacks from 17. It's like one of my faves. So yeah, this is what really, really made me stand 17. And this album was actually like one of my few first albums from 17. So yeah, such a good album, such a good song. This is what made me like 17. Okay, the last category I have are album recommendations, and I have like a little bit, so hang on there. So first one I have is Director's Cut from 17. I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like not a lot of people talk about Thanks, their title track for this comeback. And I didn't really know about it either, because, you know, obviously, like I said, it wasn't really talked about that much. But I don't know, this kind of just like went hidden, but like it's seriously such a good song. It's like one of my favorites from 17. And also the choreography to this song is so good too. Like it just like 17 in general, their dances, since they have so many members, I guess, like they could do like cooler dances and like cooler effects and stuff. And also they're just all talented in dancing. Like this is an album I recommend. Like this is actually a pretty big album too. So not physically, but you know, like track list wise. So yeah, I highly recommend listening to this. Next, what I recommend is Eyes on You. Oh my god, my camera just like recognized all these faces at once. It just like spazzed out for a second, but yeah, also shout out to this album, this version, the on version, like packaging wise, like look at this beautiful cover. Like look at how beautiful they look. And also the back too, look at how cute that is. The colors and like their faces. Okay, but yeah, this is actually pretty good too. I feel like not a lot of people talk about this comeback too. Like, what the heck, man? I know it wasn't like completely like hidden, but like, you know, Lullaby like took over, and like not a lot of people were talking about Look. Like I didn't even know about this comeback until I started standing GOT7. So what the heck, guys? But yeah, Look is a really good song and also a really good music video too. And also I love the choreography. I just love basically this entire era. So yeah, recommend this album. Okay, I'm just gonna say these three really quickly because, you know, I've already established that I like these albums, but recommend these three. These are so good. I'm bringing Empathy back for the fourth time, man. Like I love this album, but I recommend these three albums because like the B tracks on these albums are really good. So yeah, highly recommend these albums. You guys have to listen to them. And final recommendation, this isn't actually a 2018 release. This was released last year, but I have to include it because this is my first tag video, so I gotta say everything. I gotta squeeze everything in. So this is Twice's first full album, Twicegram. They released this last year with Likey, and I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people don't like regard this as like a good album because of Likey. Like, you know, this was like kind of like their cuter like catchphrase concept, I guess, but the beat tracks on this song is that they're actually really good. I actually love all of them. My favorites would have to be Kobuki, which means turtle, and Missing You, and Ding Dong, and 24/7. Like all of these songs are seriously so good. So, and also this is one of my favorite packagings from Twice. It's small, but I do like the box packaging. So yeah, highly recommend this album. Okay, I really quickly put some albums here for the ending slide, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys watched this super long video, I know I've been releasing like a lot of long videos lately, but yeah, hopefully you guys... Oh shoot! No! Okay, the Johnny album is safe. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hold this now, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys watched it till the end, if you guys are here at the end, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, again, these are all like my personal opinions. Like, don't get offended if I didn't mention your favorite group, or like don't get offended by anything that I say. Like, this is just my personal opinion. We all have our opinions, so please don't take this seriously. These are just like my favorites and like my recommendations to people. You know, you may agree, you may disagree, but you know what? At the end, we all stand groups. We all respect each other's opinions in this house. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.